Ever chased a rainbow hoping for gold? Forget that. In Peru, you'll find a mountain that looks like it dressed for a festival. Meet Rainbow Mountain, or Montaña de Siete Colores, the Mountain of Seven Colors. It's no ordinary hill. It's a full-blown natural influencer showing off its stripes. No filters needed. Perched high in the Andes, this surreal beauty looks like Mother Nature went wild with a paintbrush. Layers of red, gold, green, and purple spill across its slopes so vividly you'd think Earth discovered Photoshop. If landscapes had social media, this one would definitely have a blue check mark. How the Earth became an artist. Now, before you start imagining ancient gods wielding paintbrushes, let's talk science. Rainbow Mountain didn't just wake up one morning looking fabulous. Millions of years ago, this region was buried under glaciers. As the ice melted, it mingled with minerals in the soil, creating a chemical symphony that left behind streaks of color that even Crayola would struggle to name. The reds come from rusted iron, the yellows from sulfide, the greens from chlorite, and the purples from good old-fashioned oxidized rocks doing their thing. In short, it's the planet's way of reminding us that erosion and oxidation can occasionally create art instead of just chaos. What's more fascinating is that these colors look slightly different every time you visit, depending on the weather, light, and how many steps you've taken before passing out from the altitude. The hues can shift from soft pastels to rich earth tones. It's like the mountain has moods, and she's not afraid to show them. When to go and when to stay in bed. If you're planning your pilgrimage to this rainbow wonderland, timing is your best friend. Visit during the rainy season, and you'll find yourself trudging through muddy trails while the mountain hides coyly behind a veil of clouds. Visit during the dry months, and you'll get those crisp, clear skies that make the colors pop like they were painted by a caffeinated Van Gogh. The sweet spot falls between March and November, with June through August being the ultimate months for those postcard-perfect shots. Now, don't get too excited and plan to hike at noon. That's when the sun is most unforgiving, the shadows disappear, and every photo looks like it was taken with the flash on. Early mornings or late afternoons, known to photographers as golden hours, are when the light drapes the mountain in warm tones and your skin looks less like hiker's exhaustion and more like glowing adventurer. Also, starting early means you'll dodge the crowds that turn the summit into a selfie summit. Because let's be honest, there's nothing quite like gasping for air while someone next to you rehearses their TikTok dance. The road to the rainbow. Every magical adventure begins with a journey, and this one kicks off in the vibrant city of Cusco, a place where ancient Inca walls meet trendy coffee shops and everyone seems just slightly out of breath. From Cusco, you'll embark on a 2 to 3 hour drive to Pitamarca, the kind of small Peruvian town that sells everything from alpaca scarves to your last-minute doubts about this hike. From there, it's off to Quesoyuno, the official starting point of the trek, and the place where you'll probably begin questioning every life decision that led you here. The drive itself is scenic, a roller coaster of Andean valleys, grazing llamas, and dramatic mountain peaks that make you think, wow, this is going to be amazing, followed immediately by, wait, how high up are we going again? Very high. Bring snacks, hydration, and a healthy respect for the oxygen you're about to miss dearly. A love-hate relationship with altitude. Here's the part where dreams meet reality, and your lungs beg for mercy. The Rainbow Mountain Trail is about 10 kilometers or 6.2 miles round trip. That doesn't sound too bad until you realize you're hiking at over 17,000 feet above sea level. To put that into perspective, you'll be higher than most people are comfortable flying. The first stretch is deceivingly gentle, luring you into false confidence. You'll smile, chat, take selfies, and think, hey, this isn't so bad. Then you'll hit the final kilometer, a vertical stretch so steep it makes stairmasters look merciful. At that point, even your eyelashes will feel heavy, and each breath will sound like a broken accordion. You'll start bargaining with the mountain like it's a divine entity. Please, just let me reach the top, and I swear I'll never complain about walking to the fridge again. And yet, despite the struggle, the exhaustion, and the occasional melodramatic flop onto the ground, every hiker agrees it's worth it. The altitude may try to break your spirit, but the view will fix it tenfold. A hero's shortcut, also known as a horse. If your lungs tap out early, don't despair. Salvation comes on 4 legs. Local Quechua villagers rent out horses for part of the climb, and it's honestly one of the best investments you'll ever make. There's no shame in letting a small mountain pony do the hard work while you sit back, pretending you're on some kind of ancient pilgrimage. The locals are incredibly kind, and the experience adds a cultural layer to your adventure. Plus, you're directly supporting the community that keeps this destination sustainable. Sure, your pride might take a minor hit when a grandma passes you on foot waving cheerfully, but let her go. You'll still make it to the top, and you'll do it without feeling like your lungs are auditioning for a bagpipe solo. Surviving altitude. Altitude sickness is the sneaky villain of this story. It starts slow, maybe a tiny headache, a little nausea, and before you know it, you're sitting on a rock, questioning why oxygen decided to abandon you. The locals call it soroche, and it's as much a part of the Peruvian experience as llamas and quinoa. To fight back, acclimatize in Cusco for a couple of days before the hike. Drink water like it's your new religion. Sip coca tea, the local miracle brew that tastes like grass but works wonders. Move slowly. This is not a race, unless you're competing in the who can look the most dramatic while clutching their knees contest. Many hikers also take altitude medication. The secret is to embrace the pace of the mountain, one slow, steady breath at a time. After all, you're not just climbing a hill, you're ascending into thin air where even clouds need a moment to catch up. The art of the perfect photo. Let's address the rainbow in the room. Those viral photos of Rainbow Mountain that look straight out of a Pixar movie? Yeah, most have been digitally juiced up. In real life, the colors are gentler, more earthy masterpiece than Skittles explosion. But don't worry, it's still a stunner. For the best shots, skip the harsh noon sun that turns everything into a llama-blinding glare. Go early or late when the light makes the colors glow. And once you've got your perfect photo, put the phone down, breathe carefully, and just look. No filter on earth can beat the real thing. The locals, the culture, and the alpaca photo bombs. One of the best parts of Rainbow Mountain isn't just the view, it's the people who live in its shadow. The Quechua community has called these highlands home for generations, herding alpacas, brewing soul-saving coca tea, and greeting weary travelers with smiles that could melt glaciers. Along the trail, they sell vibrant ponchos, hats, and crafts that carry centuries of tradition. And yes, they look better in them than you ever will. And don't be shocked when an alpaca casually struts into your selfie. These furry divas are local celebrities, perfectly aware of their angles. Just remember to ask before snapping pictures of both humans and fluff balls. And maybe grab a souvenir or two. It's not just shopping, it's saying thanks to the people who keep this colorful corner of the Andes so unforgettable. What you'll need, besides oxygen and determination. You don't need to pack like you're climbing Everest, but a little prep goes a long way. The Andean weather changes faster than your mood mid-hike, so wear layers you can peel off and slap back on. Sturdy shoes are a must. This trail has a personal vendetta against ankles. Bring sunscreen, the sun here is savage. Snacks, your energy will betray you. And a bit of cash for local goodies, or a horse ride when your pride gives out. And yes, grab that alpaca keychain. It's probably not handmade, but it's too cute to resist. And that's it, amigos. Peru's Rainbow Mountain. If this wild, colorful adventure made you want to lace up your hiking boots, or at least Google altitude sickness, then you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe. Until next time, keep chasing colors, not Wi-Fi signals.